Yeah, my bad, y'all. I accidentally got cut off, so we back on here again, and we were talking about no communication as far as the curses, as something that happens within the within generational gifts and curses. So, like I was saying, with no communication, there's no communication that happens within black families, and sometimes we take that same energy that generation had above us, and we pass that shit down to the next generation, and sometimes we don't know why, you know what I'm saying, but it's there. A generational gift, of course, we know generational gift can include money, jewelry, cars, and stuff like that. I don't really want to spend that much time on that because that's obvious. I hope everybody that has kids, have some type of plan to be able to leave something for the kids. You know what I'm saying? If something was to happen to us. So we have to be able to have that. That helps that will help every family stay afloat. That family has a voice. That voice actually matters. Um, and like I said, as a whole, um, I think that when it comes to black families, we have a lot of pride and ego and stuff that is, that what happens is because we can't communicate with each other in a healthy manner, then we take it out. You know what I'm saying? We kind of take it out on whoever that family member is that we can't communicate with. Now, the reason why we can't communicate with that family member, or the reason why they can't communicate with us, maybe that's something to do with us, them, but it's something that has to be fixed. You understand? That has to be fixed. Um, what else is a generational gift? Love. Um, how so? The reason why I say love, generational gift, because there, for instance, I'm gonna give you a movie. Let's talk about the Brothers movie. I believe that was Brothers. It's with Bill Bellamy, Shaman Moore. Um, but in that movie, there's a very powerful scene that I think would explain sometimes um how certain how can I say this? How relationships can be sometimes between um, mother and son. So Bill Bellamy's mother, do you remember that scene where you have to correct me? This just came up into my head, but he goes over to the house with his little brother and his mom, and they're having a conversation. And Bill Bellamy says, "Mom, when was the last time you hugged me or said I love you?" Um, that scene to me that was a very, very powerful scene. I know that movie is known for other scenes in there, but that to me was a very powerful scene because it was showing the dynamic. And sometimes that, like I said, you social distance when you social distance from your family without a mask and without gloves, you have to ask yourself why? 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 So that to me is it's like I said, it's powerful. It's powerful. Love is powerful. You pass down love. You pass down you pass down togetherness. To me, that's a generational gift. It's a generational gift. Because when you pass down love and you pass down togetherness, you are able to, guess what? Everybody come together, everybody eat together, everybody shop together, everybody, um, eat lunch together, everybody go to the park together, bring the kids. They do healthy things. They go on mountain walks, camping. You do healthy things. You have to be active in a relationship. Whatever relationship you have to be active. You can't love from a bedroom, from a house. You can't do that. You have to be able to love and show love. How do you show love? Being being able to being able to leave and sorry, I don't know what made me say that leave, but um, like I said, just love, just just love. Um, there's a whole experience that love takes on when you have action. You understand? There's a whole experience. One of the experience that you even have to go through is pain. People don't like pain, but pain is supposed to make you, you know what I'm saying? It's supposed to make you grow, depending on if you caused the pain, if it's something that you caused, even if it's something that you didn't cause. It is supposed to make you grow in a way that so you never feel it again. You understand? Sometimes you still gotta feel it. Certain things we can't numb ourselves to not feeling. You know what I'm saying? Um, so like I said, the difference, generational gifts and curses. I have manners, self-respect, love. On curses, I have social distancing, no communication. One something else I would like to add for generational gifts is being healthy. You know, I grew up in a house where my parents ate beef and pork. Then they got to a point to where, yeah, maybe they just mess with chicken and turkey. But as a child, and then when I grew up, um, and you start finding out health, when you start, eating on your own, and you see these traits in the same type of food that that your parents once ate that you eat now. And one of the things, I don't eat pork or beef. Okay. Um, And so, you know, sometimes you don't know the difference. You just think eat. You know what I'm saying? Just eat, just eat, just eat. We don't know that, you know, meat is actually not good for us to really intake. That's not something that is good. That's not something that I don't want to pass that down. I don't want my um, kids to just, you know, if you say dinner, they in their head they got a drumstick that they thinking about. You know what I'm saying? That's not something that that's not something that that's not something that I would want to do. You know what I'm saying? That's not something that I would want to do. It's not something I would want to pass down, I should say. I don't want to pass that down because I feel like, you know, the only thing that we do own is our bodies. We can, we put, whatever we put in our bodies is something that we make the choice to put in. Um, I think that when you practice being healthy, that's especially within your family and friends, and you're doing that together. That's, that's, that's to me, that's a beautiful thing. Eating greens, come on, eating bright colors, eating greens, being outside at a park, eating greens, like eating fruits. A lot of stuff that we put in our bodies is just not good. You know what I'm saying? And that's, for instance, I had that problem with my son. My son gained 40 pounds, almost 40 pounds in this past, since this strike. And he was sneaking out food, not knowing about the cause and effects. And I tell him this. I'm like, come on, bro, you shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like these are the things that, and I can't lie to you. Let me rewind that. Sometimes he once seen me do that. You know what I'm saying? Put those same bad things into my body. When I realized that I was passing down those traits, like I said, I didn't want to. And I know sometimes eating healthy is a very hard thing to do. That's really hard. That is a very hard thing to do. Eating healthy is hard to have the mindset. Eat vegetables. This is why, let's really be honest. You know what? Basketball players, football players, let's really be honest. They're really get all that money at as for a skill set, but guess what? Their body's intact, so they get a lot of money because of their body. You know what I'm saying? Their body is intact. So I say that to say being healthy, they're not, uh, you don't see, you don't see no, you know, athlete, they're not eating bad. You know what I'm saying? That caused your game. And I guarantee you the ones that do eat bad, they don't have the same endurance like the athletes that are not eating bad. So putting junk in our body, to me, like we know it's junk. That's why they call it junk food, right? So you have to understand with doing that, having junk food and having that in your body, nah, man, that, you know what I'm saying? That's not cool. That's a generational curse and a generational gift. You know what I'm saying? Eating properly is very vital. Eating properly is vital our sur- into our survival. If we eating, I'm pretty sure everybody, you see all these, you see a lot of old people, you know, and they're not in the right, you know what I'm saying? And I don't even want to say, I'm not even talking about the real old people, even people that's in their mid 40s. A lot of that has to do with not eating right, you know what I'm saying? Not putting the right things in our body. Um, yeah, we can't do that. We can't afford for the next generation to sit up there and to poison to poison and to really poison themselves. We can't do that. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't. That's not cool. You know what I'm saying? That's not cool. That's not cool. Okay, so um, I spent some cool time on that. Maybe we can always this actually is how to deal with stress. That's the main topic that we're gonna go uh, that I would like to spend time on is how to deal with stress, especially if you have kids. So we're gonna definitely go over that. Another topic that I got, which is good. I like this topic. This is a very good topic. This we're gonna have to think outside the box on this one. This is a fixed mindset versus a growth mindset. Okay. Now I'm gonna go over what both a fixed mindset and a growth mindset look like. Okay. So uh, we're gonna go with a fixed mindset. So these are some of the things that a fixed mindset will have. If I make a mistake, I must not be good enough. Discouraging yourself. I can't do this, so I shouldn't even try. This is too hard, so I'm going to quit. 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 Sorry. If I can't do this now, I'll never be able to do it. That is a fixed mindset. Now, have we ever experienced or had that mindset in any of those things that I said? If I make a mistake, I must not be good enough. Mm, mm. Discouraging yourself. Mm. I can't do this, so I shouldn't even try. This is too hard, so I'm going to quit. If I can't do this now, I'll never be able to do it. That mindset, that fixed mindset, mm, let's look at the growth mindset. Making mistakes will help me get better. Encourage yourself. I might I might not be I might not be there yet, but if I work hard, I can get there. I can do difficult things if I push myself. I'm going to keep working at this. I'll improve. Hmm. Who do you think wins? A fixed mindset or a growth mindset? Who do you think wins? When I'm looking at this, right, it's crazy because this reminds me of kind of like religion, non religion, right? A growth mindset. How do I say that? Um, Religion being a fixed mindset and free thought being a growth mindset. You say how? Well, for instance, if I make a mistake, I may not be good enough. The reason why I say I would kind of use that as like a religion, because it almost seems like when you say, if I make a mistake, I'm not good enough. To me, when I look at that in a religion context, it's almost saying that you need somebody to tell you. You need kind of non-communication, non-communicational um, validation in religion. Um, with that growth mindset, let's look at that one again. Making mistakes will help me get better. You know that with every mistake is actually making mistakes will help me get better. That you have to go through that mistake in order to get better. So, for instance, let's look at driving. You don't wake up in the morning at 12 years old and you know how to drive. At 15 years old, you just wake up and you know how to drive. You have to go out there and practice. That's with anything. For example, a baby has to fall down, right? Baby has to fall down, get up, fall down again, get up, fall down again. Making mistakes will help me get better. As a baby, that's the first you're programmed with that. How else? How else? Um, a deer, a snake. Think about their um when they have, they lay eggs or they a deer has their cubs. That mindset, they're gonna get up. Well, a deer, a snake, not gonna can't, but a deer gonna have to keep falling down until he's able to perfect his stance, and then he's able to make that one step, two step. So making mistakes will help me get better. Yes, that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. When you encourage yourself, tell yourself you're going to be better. How do you do that? Yeah, eh, always having that mindset. How do you discourage yourself? You discourage yourself by saying that you can't. That, as what we was kind of talking about, the generational curses and the gifts, discouraging yourself, discouraging the family, discouraging, just discouraging. How how do you say? Well, how do you compare that one into religion when you discourage yourself because you don't see yourself as the higher, you see yourself as just what? When you are just as high, you are a conscious being. Okay, this is too hard, so I'm going to quit. That's not a good mindset. It's not a good mindset. Definitely not a good mindset to have. The reason why that's not a good mindset to have is because it will never allow you to progress. You will never be good at one thing. You will always quit and give it up. You always give it up. I might not be there yet, but if I work hard, I can get there. Come on. No matter how, like, that goes kind of to the first one. Making mistakes will help me get better. These things, you know what I'm saying? Growth mindset over a fixed mindset. Like, once a fixed mindset can just go and say making mistakes will help me get better, that will break down and that will break that fixed mindset. But it has to be able to believe that making mistakes will help me get better. When you first start writing, you don't just start writing and you in cursive. You start doing algebra or math. You don't get it. We have to learn. That's with anything we have to learn. We have to learn. That is the key. We have to learn. We have to learn. I can do difficult things if I push myself. You can do anything you want to. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. You want to build the next or create the next kind of Facebook or Instagram or whatever social media, go ahead, you can do it. I believe in you. You can do it. Always have that mindset. I can do difficult things if I push myself. You can do whatever you want to. You gotta have that mindset. You can do whatever you want to. That is why you're here, to do whatever you want to. Now, what I mean by that in that context is positive. Positive. Build something. The future, the generation after me, build something positive. Build something. Encourage each other. Don't divide each other. Tell each other that you love them. Look at your fellow person in your generation. Embrace them. I'm going to keep working at this. I'll improve. You got to be able to improve every day in life. We wake up, the sun reaches its highest energy frequency at 12 every day. When the sun is at 12, it's at the highest that it could be. That's what we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be at the highest that we can be. Now, you say, well, what about you trying to get there and it's stress? Okay, this is how you deal with stress. Okay, um, I hope you can see this real quick. Okay, I know you won't be able to see this, so I'm gonna have to read this out. It says how to cope with burnout and handle stress. First thing, keep healthy. This means what? Enough rest, good diet, sufficient exercise. Two, limit intake of alcohol and stimulants. Avoid unnecessary drugs. Hmm. Identify primary source of stress. Eliminate those, eliminate those you can. Accept those sources you cannot change or eliminate. That's a very good one. Devote time and energy to Devote time and energy to activities you enjoy. Spend time with people who are important to you and dear to you. Anticipate and prepare for change and problems. Set realistic goals. Consider your limits and those of the rest of your family. Now, once again, it's a couple I would like to go over. It says identify primary source of stress. That's very key. You have to identify that. You have to identify that stress. You have to. If you don't identify it, look for it. What is making you, and I'm not going to lie to you, whatever is making you not feel you, you have to give it up. I'm sorry, you have to give it up because it will never make you feel, it will never make you feel what it is. It's not going to make you feel good. How to cope with burnout and handle stress. Devote time and energy to activities you enjoy. You have to be active. If you're not active, you will be in stress. Stress is not meant for us to be in. We're not supposed to be stressed out. We are not supposed to be stressed out. Yes, things are supposed to happen, but just like in here it says, set realistic goals, consider your limits and those of the rest of your family. You have to do things with your family, and you have to be realistic. There's a saying, what Rome wasn't built in a day. Okay. You can't think that it's going to happen overnight. It has to happen slowly. This is what happened. Like I said, I give you my thing. My son, he gained 40 pounds. That was him not, I didn't just have him all that time. But I tell him, and realistically, he's lost 10 of that because what we've been doing is setting realistic goals. The realistic goals, hey, go run. Let's do these weight sets. Let's do this together. In order for him to, and even myself, to lose weight, we got to do that together. So kids love running, let them run around. You know what I'm saying? They got to run around. Anticipate and prepare for change and problems. Anticipate and prepare for changes and problems. I'm going to repeat that again because that's really big. Anticipate and prepare for changes and problems. What does that mean? You have to understand that problems are going to happen. That's just it. They're going to happen. Changes are going to happen. What we're experiencing now, we could be experiencing a change of a president. Voting yesterday was, everybody was voting and all that other type of shit. So, you know, we could be preparing, anticipating and preparing for a change of a new president. So what do I mean by that? Gotta understand that change. This is why being comfortable is not always a good thing. Because then when it's time to change, you're not ready for that change. Because you're so conditioned in that same mindset that you haven't anticipated or prepared for the problems that you're about to sit up here and face. We're all going to face problems. There's no way of getting around facing any type of problems. You're going to face a problem. That's fact. On this channel, you're going to get fact. You're going to deal with a problem. You're going to go to the store. You might run out of gas. You might not have as much money as you want or think that you have. You might get out there and hurt your foot. Things we have to prepare for these things. We have to teach our kids to do these things as well. We have to anticipate and prepare change and problem. We have to do that. That's key. It says eliminate those you can, except those source you cannot change or eliminate. That's the same thing. Okay. Stop stress in the moment. This is how you do that. This is another thing that I have. You know what I'm saying? For you to see. You know what I'm saying? This is for you to see. This is what we're going to read about. This is the one that I was just reading from. We already highlighted. If you can see it, hopefully it's not backward to look backwards to me. So I'm trying to just give you this so you can understand how to oh shit, how to deal with it because stress is real. Okay. It says stop what you're doing, put things down for a minute, take a breath, observe your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Proceed with something that will support you in the moment. Talking to a friend, going going on a walk. Okay. So when stress happens in that moment, stop what you're doing. Put things down and take a minute. You have to be able to take a minute for yourself because if you don't take a minute, then what happens? Bad things happen. You can mess up your life and somebody's life in 45 seconds. Being mad, not thinking. 45 seconds it takes. That's all it takes. 45 seconds, and it could be quicker than that. But 45 seconds, not even a minute. 30 seconds. Just thinking stupidly can cost you your life. And that's just fact. When we're having arguments with somebody, whether it be our children, whether it be our loved ones, whether it be our family members, and we're feeling like it's stress, stop what you're doing. Put things down for a minute. Leave it. Leave the conversation. Take a breath. Breathe. Very easy to do. Being able to live in that breath, feel in that breath. Without our breath, we die, right? Without this wind. If right now I fell over and I hit my stomach, you know what I'm saying? What happens? I'm going to be out of wind. You ever feel out of wind? That's not a real good feeling. It feel like you about to die. Breath. Take a breath. That breath is going to give you that realization. It's going to give you that energy, that oxygen going into your brain. You need that. Observe your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Understand why you're going through this. Take a step back away from yourself. Look at the situation without you being in it. That's a skill. Once again, looking at the situation that you're in and not being a part of it and not using that emotion to whatever you sit up here and you feel, you make that initial, observe your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Understand it, observe it. Take a seat back. Understand your emotions. Proceed with something that will support you in the moment, talking to a friend or going on a walk. In this situation, just like what we didn't say, it says limit intake of alcohol and stimulants and avoid unnecessary drugs. Proceed with something that will support you in the moment. You cannot do drugs. Don't hit that blunt. Don't take that drink. Don't do it. When you're going through stress, you can't do it because then your body becomes addicted. So then you really become addicted to stress. Then you be trying to find stress and you're only trying to find stress because your body is used to when you feel that way, you put whatever chemical it is in your body. So when you're in the moment of stress, you can't use any alcohol stimulant, no pills, none. You have to think that shit through. You have to let the most powerful thing on this planet, which is your mind, get you out of it. This right here is the most powerful thing in the world. This, this mind that we have, this mind, the most powerful thing that we have. This is why they try to sit up here and the government, musicians, actors, they play on this, on our mind. That's what it's a game about is our mind, our perception. We can't use any damn drugs or alcohol to think that it's going to fix our problems. We have to let our mind do it. We have to let our mind do it. Um, like I said, this is for my channel is for people that want to be better people, human beings, conscious. We might turn up. We gonna definitely turn up. We ain't. I can't lie to you. Like we gonna definitely turn up sometimes. That's just the way it is. But right now, like I said, I want to give you these things, these papers. Also, when I come and I talk, you know what I'm saying. I want to bring you what I just want a good conversation. So shout out, you know what I'm saying, to the two people that gave me my questions that I enjoyed. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get that much time to actually break them down like how I wanted to because, like I said, I've been motivated by my last one, and thank you to everybody that did watch the last one. I appreciate it. Thank you. Like I said, I appreciate it. Um, this is what I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? Um, I will ask questions. So, like I said, don't feel free to hit me up in the comments. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. But I enjoyed this. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed this. This is two parts because I got interrupted on the first, and I was kind of on a roll on that first one, and then kind of lost my train of thought. So this is the second video this morning. But I thank you guys. I hope this helps with you within stress and just, dealing with day to day, activities and things that we have to sit up here and do. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say thank you. I appreciate it. And we signing out. Once again, peace from BTV. Out.